Through all the trials we face, we come to realize that dying is easy, but living is hard. To live until the very end, that is the greatest challenge. After enduring life's ups and downs, we suddenly understand death is not difficult. It arrives softly, like a fleeting breeze or a candle snuffed out when its wax runs dry. But living, that is the true journey of trials. To live is to walk through storms, to carry the weight of worries, to learn to smile even when your heart bears scars, to live until the end with a heart still whole, holding fast to faith and the light in your eyes. That is the true miracle. For living is not merely existing. It is the courage to move through pain, the strength to rise after falling, and the bravery to love even after being hurt. If death is a simple full stop, then living is a grand symphony where every note is crafted with resilience, determination, and hope. And because it is so difficult, living becomes precious. Those who walk life's path with a pure heart are the greatest victors of all. No family is perfect. There are arguments, even wars, and sometimes a cold silence that lingers for far too long. Yet, in the end, family is still family, a place where love exists unconditionally. No family can be flawless, for it is a gathering of souls, each with their own desires, dreams, and limitations. There will be fiery quarrels, moments of icy silence that seem impossible to mend, but above all, family remains a sanctuary, a place where love needs no reason, where we are cherished despite our flaws. In the embrace of family, we need not prove ourselves or put on a facade. We need only be who we are. No matter how fierce the storms of life, no matter how fickle the hearts of the world outside, within that haven, there is an eternal love, unconditional, enduring, like the steady beat of a heart. A goodbye is said in hope of a better meeting later. But for those fated never to cross paths again, no farewell is needed. Goodbye is not an end, but a pause in the melody of life. For after a goodbye, there is still the chance to meet again. Hope for another bright day when eyes lock and smiles bloom once more. Yet, some are destined to leave our lives forever, like shooting stars that flare once before vanishing into the night. With them, no goodbye is needed, for there will be no reunion. Thus, a goodbye carries faith. Faith in a return. Faith that fate has not truly ended, but merely paused, waiting for another moment, another time, when we might find each other again. When greed clouds a person's eyes, they can no longer discern right from wrong, truth from falsehood. Greed is like a thick fog, shrouding the light of conscience. In its haze, truth grows faint, right and wrong blur, and a once pure heart is swept into the whirlwind of desire. Yet it is here we learn the value of awakening. Those who keep their hearts clear, who place kindness and justice above material gain, shine like a beacon in the dark, guiding the way to avoid losing their path. Thus, this reminder is not to instill fear, but to urge us to pause, to reflect within, and to seek peace and serenity. For only when our eyes are cleansed of blind ambition can we truly see the right path to follow. Time ceaselessly reshapes us into different forms, stripping away innocence, simplicity, dreams, and fervent emotions. The treasures you once held dear, when taken away, mark the moment you have grown. Time transforms us endlessly, like a river quietly eroding stone, gradually taking away our innocence, our simplicity, our sweet dreams, and the fierce passions of youth. Those things we once clung to as priceless treasures, we thought their loss would leave us with nothing to live for. But as time gently carries them away, we realize this is the sign of growing up. To grow is not to lose, but to learn to let go, not to become cold, but to place the heart in a place of calm and clarity. The longer we travel through life, the more we understand that what remains after all is the essence, resilience, compassion, and the wisdom to smile in the face of change.